What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Round Podcast, episode 31. We're coming at you 12 o'clock midnight, basically, 2 a.m. Ginger's time. We're getting it done late. Let's go. But we got a whole bunch of fights to talk about this weekend. We had PFL and one on Friday. We had UFC and the boxing fights today. Some good, solid performances overall. Good, fun fights this weekend. Let's start it off at the top, as always. First fight card of the weekend, PFL 7. It was not the greatest one on paper heading into it. And
It was good.
Yeah. There was, a good amount of finishes, but, I don't know. I don't think that it was, overall, prelims up, I don't think that was, the craziest overall, you know what I mean? Not the greatest PFL card.
No, not the greatest,
it was just because of the names on there, but it honestly really wasn't bad.
And
I think the problem was
sure.
that then one started later on, and we were kind of paying more attention to one for those instead of the prelims.
That's fair. But at the main event, the fight which the card was all built around, the 145 tournament, the biggest fight on the card. Bubba Jenkins taking on Jesus Pinedo. And coming into it, I'm just is Bubba, gonna secure it, just get it done like he normally does, or does Jesus get the upset?
Super had the feeling Jesus was getting the upset.
Yeah.
Yup, and gets it done in round 2. Only 20 seconds left in the round. Finishes him off with a flurry of punches. That was just some good shit from Jesus Pinedo throughout that fight.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, really from, opening bell, he was just going at him, putting on the pressure, and Bubba wasn't able to take him down, keep him down, do what Bubba normally does. So, it was very much just Pinedo putting that pressure on him, and Bubba just wasn't able to keep up with it.
And he went out there with the intentions of nah, I'm finishing this fight. You could just tell from the start he was looking to take his head off. It was so nice Bubba just dipping and ducking his head too much and landed that real nice clean knee on him. I don't know how Bubba didn't get knocked out with that one, but
yeah, I know.
That shit, that was just so good. What a way for Jesus to fucking turn this shit around. Starts off the season with a split decision loss to Gabriel Braga, as we talked about in the last one. And now 2 back-to-back finish wins over the biggest names in that division. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just awesome.
Hell yeah.
No, yeah,
knocking
that's
out
huge.
fucking Brendan, then knocking out Bubba.
Yup.
Just that is
beautiful knees and punches in both of them to line up the finishes.
Hell yeah. Way to get his name in the PFL.
Oh yeah, no,
27
100%.
years old,
Oh yeah, just
100%. Great way to get his name out there, and like I said in the preview, if he won this fight with getting the upset again, he is my favorite to win the whole thing, and he still is, in my opinion, the favorite to win this whole thing.
That's pretty fair, because going into the featured bout, the other side of the 145 bracket, we had Gabriel Braga fighting Chris Wade. And I figured that Braga was going to get the win, which he does by split decision. Yep. But all of the things which made me think that Chris Wade could get it done, it was exactly why it was as close of a fight as it was. Just working good behind jab. He was switching stances throughout the entire fight, throwing a lot of leg kicks, just working the body, trying to work the grappling. But Braga just did a good job of not getting taken down too much, not getting held down, and just landing the more meaningful counter shots when he needed to.
Yeah, no, exactly. He was able to just do enough to be able to get that split decision. He was doing just enough more than Chris Wade in every round to be able to win that. Because I do remember someone said the scorecards on this were weird because someone said 30-27 Wade, and I'm like, no.
30-27 Wade?
Yeah,
there was a 30-27 Wade in those cards. Because there's 30-27 Wade. I think there was then 2 29-28 to Gabriel.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Wade did good, but I don't think that he won that fight, and I don't see how you could give him all 3 rounds. That's kind of crazy.
I could see maybe one of the rounds, but again, I think Braga was able to get it. I think Braga probably could have got it 30-27. You have a much better argument Braga 30-27 than Chris Wade 30-27.
Yeah, I don't remember like, which rounds I was scoring, specifically
no,
mid-fight.
same.
But yeah, definitely Braga deserved that decision win. Moves on to 12-0, remains undefeated, and that sets up the rematch for the championship, 145, Jesus Pineda versus Gabriel Braga.
Yeah.
And like you said, Ginger, Braga did get the win in the first one. It was a split decision over 3 rounds. And I don't know, like, he got the nice win over Marlon Moraes, but there's Marlon, you know
Marlon
what I mean?
Moraes.
And now a split decision over Chris Wade, where Jesus finished the champion last year, and then like a fucking just consistent like semifinal fighter in Bubba Jenkins. Like,
I was about to say like probably the at this point favorite in the bracket.
Yeah,
like when the bracket came out, Bubba Jenkins was probably the favorite to win it all.
I mean, when Movlid was originally in there, I definitely, I probably have him as the favorite, but
but I
understand.
Overall,
I see what you're saying.
like once he fell out, it was definitely like everyone was probably like, yeah, no, Bubba's gonna take this.
Yeah, but solid win for Braga, great performance for Jesus, and I am definitely excited for that rematch. And oh man, that would be awesome for Pinedo if he's able to avenge that loss and.
No, yeah, definitely.
Get that $1 million, put that first fucking L on Braga's record. Like, that would just be
100%. Because that's the thing. Like, he should be the favorite. Because Pinedo is a finisher, and like that's the thing. Like, Braga's last 3, it's 2 split decision wins, and then a KO of Marlon Moraes.
Yeah,
and Marlon was, on that KO losing streak. So it's like. Exactly. Yeah, it's not the same as knocking out Bubba and Loughnane.
Exactly. So yeah, that's definitely gonna be a fun one. And yeah, if Jesus is able to get a finish in that, 3 finishes in a row, just after getting that split decision loss to start out the season, that would just be absolutely beautiful.
And that's the other thing. Like, I don't remember the first fight between them, but this is now going to be over 5 rounds instead of 3.
Exactly. Yep. So yeah, that definitely makes it interesting to, if it does get into championship round, see how that goes. But yeah, great wins from both of them. Going into the co-main, another fighter that has just been on a tear since the start of this season, though. Motherfucking Josh Silveira. 3 wins this season, 3 first round finishes. Kate, what'd you think of his performance?
Okay, so I think he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
But I will say that I find it funny that it was the latest of all of his first round finishes because he's fighting Ty Flores. Respectfully, Ty Flores was never supposed to be here. He got the first decision win over Delon Monte, and then he was supposed to fight Christoph Jacko, who the fight got canceled.
Yeah.
And then he was supposed to fight Rob Wilkinson, who the fight got canceled, and then got fucking Dan Spahn, who was coming off of a knockout loss in BKFC. He got the decision win over that. So it was just like he wasn't really supposed to be there to begin with. So like I know that with Josh's like second first round finish over Delon, it was like the knee injury, but it's just funny to me the way that it took like the longest. But either way, it was still great.
No.
No, yeah, exactly. Like, he had him in a Muay Thai clinch, just knees, and more knees.
Yeah, those knees were crazy.
Oh my god, like, it was over.
Yeah, because to your point, just for the first, because it ended 14 seconds left in the first round. I'd say probably for the first like 4 minutes and 15 seconds of that fight, that was way more competitive of a fight than we thought it was. Like he was not looking like the best in that. But then, to your point, Ginger, just late in that round, he just grabbed that Thai clinch, started lighting him up with the knees, and he didn't have shit for that. He just got blasted into the finish.
Yeah, no. So.
But yeah, great first round finish. Just, 3 in a row. That's beautiful for him. Secures his spot in the championship bout. And on the other side of that bracket, our boy also got it done with a first round finish. Motherfucking Impa Kasanganay.
Yeah.
This man moved up to 205 and learned how to grapple this year, and it's absolutely beautiful because it fucking set him up for a fucking $1 million paycheck in his next fight if he gets a win. You know what I mean?
Yep.
100%.
But yeah, fights Martin Hamlet. Obviously, we knew how Martin's game plan was going to go. He was looking to grapple as soon as
he was not trying to stand on the feet with him at all.
Not even a little bit. And he was getting him down, Impa was struggling a little bit, but he did good getting up, just like, defending it well. Definitely did better with it. Like, as soon as he did get taken down, I was just like, shit, this is not where he wants to be early. Got back up to the feet, though. It was like, let's fucking go. And then, just under halfway through the round, just lights him up with a bunch of punches, just gets Martin out of there. Oh, good shit for Impa.
Yeah. Oh, yes. No, it sets it up for Impa and Josh, though.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good-ass fight.
That's a good fight. Both these fights are going to be great. Like, it should be great. Not, I shouldn't say going to, but should be great fights.
Yeah, for sure. That, I don't know. How you guys feeling about that matchup at 205 for the title?
I feel like someone's getting finished.
Yeah, I think someone's getting knocked the fuck out. Like,
there ain't no way that fight goes fucking 25 minutes. Get the fuck out of here.
Of course not.
I just wonder if Josh is gonna be able to like take him down and just kind. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, is Josh even gonna need to be able to? Does Josh need to be able to do that?
Maybe.
I
mean, that's definitely where his best chances are.
He does have a good amount of subs on his record.
He does, but like that's kind of my thing is his striking and his power going to be able to take Impa, like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't. I can definitely see Josh doing good on the feet, but I feel like he has to mix it up. He has to be looking for the clinch. He has to be looking for takedown attempts. You know what I mean? If it's just an extended duration of just straight up kickboxing, I'm not sure how well. Like, I feel like Impa is just going to start to take over and land big shots on him.
No, and that's fair. And I'm not saying like. I think you might have been like misunderstanding what I was saying. I'm just saying, like, does Josh need to be able to keep him down? If he doesn't necessarily need to be able to keep him down. He just needs to be able to mix it up, because he can mix it up and not get the takedown. But as long as he's mixed it up, it makes Impa think. It makes Impa try and see, like, he goes for a level change, and then all of a sudden, he comes over with an overhand right or something. Those types of things.
No, yeah, exactly. So, it's like that's what I mean. In just straight up hands, I don't think he's winning. But using all the factors of MMA, like, he can definitely like be efficient enough on his feet to get it done there. Like that, like, for sure.
No, yeah.
Either way, though, beautiful performances for both of them. Way to get it done. Just definitely getting us excited for that championship fight between them. That's gonna be some good shit. But yeah, other than that, though, like you said earlier, Kate, we weren't paying attention to the prelims too much.
To be fair, like, when it comes to, at least with like prelims and like, the UFC or even like one or like other promotions, it's like, okay, this person might be fine on the prelims, but then it's like, okay, their next fight could be against this person, and then they're in a title, then they're fighting this person, and then they're at a title shot or whatever. It's like, it's harder when you're in a tournament / regular season style to get kind of excited for certain matchups in the prelims, especially when they're like on paper not the biggest names.
Yeah, for me, it's not like getting excited for like the matchups as much as it's just fights.
For sure.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, like you were talking about, just going into it, the fact of them having 2 women's fights at 125, just possibly sprinkling in hopes in a future for them having that division, which
both of those fights going to a finish.
Yeah.
My favorite part about the prelims on the PFL was after Lisa Malden got the finish. Whoever was commentating described the scream that she let out as a primal screech, and I thought that was hilarious.
I don't even remember hearing that.
The funny thing is, both of them got both those fights went to rear naked chokes.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was 3 RNCs in a row on the prelims, so that's
that's
some good shit. But
finish it off with the TKO.
But hell yeah. Overall, solid night from PFL. It's just... That's the thing I just talking. I don't know. I feel like they put on good shows and they have good cards, but it's just no one cares about them, you know? And so it's just like... It's not good enough to bring them into the spotlight for the most part, you know? It's just...
Yeah,
like I said, it's that awkward, like... These fights almost feel like it since they're regular season and then postseason, like they kind of brand themselves more as like how a traditional sport is. Like just talking about like traditional sports, this just feels like preseason fights. Like it doesn't actually mean anything going forward.
Yeah, but fuck it, they getting paid though.
They're getting
it's
paid.
It's like, if you don't care about like your name being out there and you're just trying to make money, live your life, fight.
Exactly.
Just, it's great.
Oh yeah.
No, it is. Like it's just like that's kind of the reason why like a lot of people are just like it's like these fights don't really have the meaning behind them like other prelim fights can have. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Like that's why some people just are like,
I don't know, I feel you. It was more like, just Jimmy saying, like, it sucks that, but it's like, they getting paid.
But yeah, no, exactly. Who knows? They could have some much bigger cards and bigger fights coming to them into the future, and more on that later. But right now, we're switching things over to another fight card on Friday night. One championship was back. Let's go!
Yeah.
Always excited for them. They had some solid fights as well on their card.
Definitely did.
And we had some, it was just good. We'll start at the main event though. Definitely a harder fight for Alazov than I was expecting.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He gets the unanimous decision win, but just a lot of emotion after that fight. He was tired as shit, just barely fucking standing up and just going to the ground a lot. But good performance for him overall. It was just funny because just before walking in, it's like, number one pound for pound kickboxer in the sport right now, and then it's just like the second round, I'm like, damn, this shit's looking kind of rough for him.
Yeah, I was low key surprised. I was like, damn, like, they don't do it round by round, so I guess unanimous decision makes more sense. Or do they do it for kickboxing?
No, I'm pretty sure they still do like overall, just
okay. But yeah, like, I don't know, it was a real close fight.
Yeah, it was good though. Good win for Chingiz Alazov. Defends his belt. But
I'd have to look into that.
Huh.
Like if they're like, I'm kind of interested now if they do that for all their fights or if it's
because I know with kickboxing and stuff, they like say that they use the 10-point must system, but but at the end of it, they don't read like
scorecards.
Yeah, they just say like the judges, like have it like by the winner.
Like to be fair though, like that's kind of just like even then, like I understand what you're saying, but like scorecards really don't matter as long as it's just like person won. It's mainly just like this person won, this person won, this person won. Like
that's true.
So the scores really like only matter if there's a draw. That's really the only time they matter. Is when there's like either a point deduction or there's a 10-8, but this person won this many rounds, so then it becomes a draw. You know what I mean?
Nah, I see.
Because as an overall fight, you really can't get a draw. I don't know how many draws you guys, if you've seen any draws happen in one championship or not. So like,
I don't. Definitely not off the top of my head.
Yeah, no, and this is the fight that I got called away from, so that's why I've been silent on this. But like with the scorecards now, I'm curious about that. So.
Nah, but good fight, good performance, and just definitely love to see who he defends his belt against next. But moving into the co-main, another championship bout, someone that didn't need no judges, scorecards, or a decision or anything like that, because he finished his fight like a motherfucking man. The fucking Darth Rigatoni, Mikey Musumeci. Let's fucking go. Defends his title. What was that? They said 5-time one champion now, I think. I think he has 4 title defenses. Something like that.
But this was so good.
It was.
For Mikey. And I was so happy that he was able to finish him too, because like I was just annoyed for him low key because multiple things.
Wait, you don't like the fact that Jared is a wrestler?
No, listen, okay. with watching one, because that's really the only grappling that I've watched, so that's all that I can refer to.
Yeah.
I have never seen anybody like so aggressively just on somebody's neck and face like that. Like, I was like, damn, like, can you even do that in grappling? Like, obviously you can, but you know what I mean? Like,
that's like, wrestling 101. Everything is grimy, dirt. Like, you know, it's
like,
just
like to the point where Mikey was bleeding out of his mouth at the end of it. Like, I was just like, yo, like, but, and I guess like the reason why I was extra like, fuck this guy, is because like the whole time it was just like a prevent defense thing. Like, he wasn't really doing too much. So then on top of it, like, you're just trying to defend, but then like just being mad dirty with it. And like, I was just so happy when Mikey was able to get him to tap, because fuck him. Like, I was just like, fuck you for acting like that. Fuck you for playing like this with Mikey. Like, you can't grapple with him, so that's why you're trying to get all dirty with it. And look what happened. You got triangle armbarred, you fucking bitch.
Oh, but yeah, no, and like, that's where it's funny, because that really is just wrestling. Because it's like, my only experience with wrestling is middle school wrestling, but that was the mindset. It was like, oh, you put in a crossface, it's like you want to press so hard, like with your, like, you know, arm, like on their mouth, that it's like you want to make them bleed,
just
like
it wasn't even just like the fucking mouth, it was like on his neck and shit. Just like, I was like, bro,
everything is just pressure and just
then on
muscle
top of
and
it,
forceful everything. Like,
fucking Mikey. I was so upset for Mikey, especially at the end when he said that he had a move that he was working towards. But, like, you know, it's submission grappling. Dude was literally on his back and working towards something, and just, like, you know what I mean? Had a very dominant position just to get stood up.
Yeah,
like...
I'm trying to remember that. Like, what exactly happened?
He was just he was like on his back, like Kate said, and Jared Brooks was just playing prevent defense, like, you know, just keeping his arms up, like being smart, obviously, with not like letting Mikey get a rear naked choke or anything. But it's like, it was probably going for, I don't know, like 2 minutes or something like that, where nothing was real. And then like the ref, like, you know, the ref stood him up, and then Jared just started, like, you know, screaming like, let's go. And
but it's like the thing is that it's like, it's submission grappling. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Like, that's where you're supposed to be.
You can't punch him to set stuff up.
Right, like,
you know,
all of the fucking matches that we have seen people sitting on the back and doing shit like that for much longer, because it's grappling, and they don't get stood up, because it's like, what are you supposed to do now? Re-go back to the ground and get another dominant position? Like,
bro, I feel like if that was cause for that to get stood up, then fucking RDR should have gotten yellow cards for timidity against Ty Ruotolo.
100%.
Like, how like
I said, like, I don't remember the stand-up at all. It was, when did he get the fucking arm triangle?
He got it with 2 minutes 30 seconds left in the fight.
Yeah, so fairly long round. Might have just been a moment I was paying attention to, but like, I don't know. Like, the only times I've ever really watched grappling was when I would like go to sleep on the couch. I'd be watching like UFC 24/7 on Fight Pass. Quintet would come on, a couple other things would come on, but I've seen people like doing that wrestling thing where it is just like crossface, like trying to just make it as uncomfortable for your opponent, because that's just wrestling.
But like, it's just like really crazy, because like even like the few like ADCC matches that I've watched, and like the different things that I have watched, like the only time I really ever see that is in MMA fights, you know what I mean? And even then, like, people don't be doing it like that crazy. Like, he was just like, I don't know, it was
He's
just
a wrestler that went into MMA.
Yeah,
you know?
It just
like,
felt so aggressive for like submission grappling, and I was just like, fuck you, because, and like, again, it was mostly because that's all he was doing. So it's not like he was working towards something or doing something with that, like, oh, I'm gonna put you in this uncomfortable position to move over to this or do this. Like, he was just doing it.
And that's, like, but that's the thing, it's like, you know, those little moments of just making it can, like, just making Mikey think a little extra, you know, or just not, like, going for certain you know what I mean?
But, like, that's what I'm saying, like, it's just the amount that he was doing it to not work towards anything. It's like, just fuck you. I was just happy that Mikey
I think Mikey just is too smart. Like, he's worked with wrestlers before. He knows they do that, so he's not going to make that mistake of just like trying to get like, out of those positions. So Jared didn't really have anywhere to take it.
Yeah, and it's like, it's Mikey, like you said, it's gonna be hard to genuinely work towards something, you know?
No, that's
like,
true. Because it's like I said, like, I get it, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know.
Nah, I definitely feel you. It's just that grimy shit. Like, that's just...
because it was all he did. I'm just like, I didn't see nothing but grimy shit from you. You didn't do nothing else. Like...
I don't know, maybe I'm someone who just like doesn't mind grimy shit. I'm like someone who's like, do the shit that you need to do to fucking like make him make a mistake. Make him make a mistake so you can win. Like, I'm one of those people where it's like, No, do everything that gets you as close to that rule as breaking the rule as possible, but don't actually break the fucking rule.
No, yeah, I'm especially in fighting and shit. Like, I definitely do agree, and that's where it is just like the mentality difference between like jujitsu and wrestling.
No, yeah. Well, even then, like
but,
the difference between jujitsu, wrestling, judo, fucking hell, sambo, like the differences between these things, and then even then, like the difference between Japanese jiu-jitsu and Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and there's a lot of different aspects to it. So.
But yeah, great win for Mikey. Great for him to get the finish and defending the title. And like just always such a nice guy. Always a fucking class act. And like just afterwards just being like, oh, like he's so tough. Like and it's like, bro, you were literally in control of that thing. It's like I guess like it took 7.5 minutes for him to get a finish, but it's like. He was in, but like, just always showing respect to his opponents and shit. And then even afterwards, Jared just, very respectful. Like, I just feel like, they just had a lot of fun in like doing that. They both probably got fucking paid a good amount, and it's just like, fuck it. Just two
Mikey
championships going at it.
His freaking bonuses as he should.
Exactly. But that was a good one. And going into the featured bout, we had featherweight kickboxing in the main event and featherweight kickboxing here. Tai Wenchai, 24 years old. This dude's a fucking monster.
Oh, man.
And don't let his kicks just even touch you, even if you're fucking blocking it, because 29 seconds into the second round, or third round, sorry, didn't, like, just fucking missed it live because it was just so quick and, like, what the fuck? Just throws a kick, lands right on the arm, and dude was like, just grabbed it. He's like, nah. He's like, my shit's broken.
Over.
Stop the fight right there. Yeah, nasty. That's just shit. I mean,
think about it. Like, it makes a lot more sense, like, than in some other sports, other combat sports. But, like, because this happened with Robert Whittaker and Jared Cannonier. Robert Whittaker broke his arm, but it's like...
Dan Hooker, Jalen Turner.
Exactly. Like, no, just gotta keep going, because you can do something with that, and people aren't constantly throwing kicks and stuff to the head or punches to the head. But, like, no, that's all you're doing in kickboxing. It's like, I'm done. I can't block anything. I can't do anything with this arm.
Yeah, like he would have
he would have got knocked the fuck out if he didn't call it himself.
Yeah, or his arm just would have been snapped even worse, like just from body shots. Like that's a terrible thought. That's always the worst thought I have in my head is when someone like breaks something and then the thought of impact consistently on it.
I'm like, thing is that it's like oh my God. When you look at someone like Dan Hooker, like we always say he's too tough for his own good. Like good on fucking Devite for being like, nope, like my arm's broken, it's done. Dan Hooker over here talking about, I broke it, and then I felt it slip inside, and then my whole arm went numb. Like, you can't be doing that to yourself, bro.
Oh.
That's so funny.
I'm like, just the amount of muscle and tendon, the potential muscle and tendon damage, the nerve damage.
Did he stab through that with the broken bone that slipped?
No, exactly, and like I said, like the nerve damage is just gonna be crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that just, those thoughts make my stomach numb.
I know, sorry, off topic anyway.
No, you're good, it's fine. Like, that's the thing, like I was saying, just on stream, or stuff like that, it's like, I don't know, like, if I hear about it or whatever, it's like, I gotta see it, but I'm, like, gonna be like, oh, fuck, that's terrible, it's just one of them things, but yeah, great win for Tai Wenchai for him to fucking kick Kira's arm into fucking pieces, and instantly, right afterwards, they were talking about him fighting for a title, and then they're just like, fuck it, Tai Wenchai versus Superbon in the next fight, let's go. And oh man,
I love the urgency on it. Isn't that just in October too?
Oh, I think so. It's
I'm pretty sure it's October.
Yeah, 2 months.
Because after the September one, you're right. But yeah, because I think Tai Wenchai, he's a Muay Thai champ for one, right? I'm not sure, because I know this was his first fight in kickboxing, for one, but and because I'm pretty sure that was a championship bout that they announced that for, and I know Superbon just lost the title in kickboxing. Sorry, I'm pulling up real quick right now.
So was I.
It looks featherweight Muay Thai champ. Okay,
yeah.
So so he's gonna be defending his title October against Superbon, and so let's fucking go. Gotta love it when you just got these guys fighting. And, like, I don't know, that's what I love about one, having kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA, where it's, like, you just get all these opportunities for just cross-sport, like, championships, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fucking beautiful. I love it. And then, because shit, fucking, just Stamp trying to fight in September and, be a 3-sport champion, like, just... Oh, that shit's awesome.
No, yeah, there's just a lot of opportunity within it. It's definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah. But you know what else is a lot of fun? Hands of Stone. Every single goddamn time out, this man is just always fun to watch. And what a classic finish for him in this one.
Yeah.
4 seconds left in this fight. I am not too sure he would have won that decision, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's always landed good shots, but fucking he was just consistently landing on Lineker throughout. I think he was like 3 inches taller, had like 4 inches reach, something like that. Like,
I was kind of surprised, though. I thought that it was going to be much easier for Lineker.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just always hard. Like, just not... Like, he's just so fucking tiny, you know what I mean? Like,
I know, but he's also just so fucking good.
That's very fair.
Like, he's been around forever.
Kim 5 inches taller.
He's still only 33 years old. Do you know
what
I
mean?
That's
like,
so
crazy.
Overall record, 36-10. It's like...
I know. And,
he's just real good. And, I don't know. I just thought that with Kim coming in 13-7, 30 years old, I was like, yeah, it got the reach or it got the hype, but I just thought that John was just going to have an easier time with him.
Nah, that's fair. Yeah. But yeah, he late in the third round, like I said, 4 seconds left, just coming in, lands a beautiful right hook to the body, left hook up top, just floors him, follows it up with some ground and pound, and that shit was done. Just beautiful for Lineker to get that. Fabricio Andrade in the fucking in the arena, sitting there fucking ringside, and he's just like, yeah, I want the rematch, and I don't know, man.
He wants to fight John again.
No, John wants the rematch,
Oh.
And I'm just like, I
don't think so.
Yeah,
bro, Fabricio beat the shit out of him. Fabricio is one tough young kid.
Like, they put on fun fights together for sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
But that's just one of those things where it's like a Dustin Justin kind of thing, where it's like, you could do that fight a million times and it's always going to be fun, but it's like, do they really need to do that to each other again?
No.
You know what I mean?
No, they don't.
Because Fabricio got a beautiful finish in that one, but holy fuck, like you said, he had to show a granite chin on him to get that done.
Hell
like that.
Yeah, bro.
Oh my god, man.
Lineker was eating the shots he was landing on Fabricio, he would have been out round 1.
Yeah.
And that's just facts. Like, he was landing bombs on him. Fabricio just tough as fucking dog shit.
Yeah, because I think it was a 4th round finish he got in the second fight. It just...
Wasn't it retirement?
Maybe.
Actually, I think it was. Yeah.
That's retirement on the thing.
Yeah, end of the 4th round.
Retirement, 4th round.
Yeah. Yeah, just... Yeah, beat the fucking dog shit out of him, and it's like, after 2 back-to-back fights with him, and it's like, he had a rough fight in this one, great finish to end it, but it's like, I guess he's 33 years old, you know what I mean? So it's like, what, he's just gonna go have another war with someone, and then get into another war with Fabricio? Like, I guess it's understandable, like, if the trilogy is inevitable, it's like, might as well be sooner than later.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like, because with Fabricio being so young, he's only going to get better in 2-3 years, too, and it's like,
exactly.
If Lineker's, because, how old is Fabricio again? He's like
26, 25?
I'm not sure about 25. I'm pulling it up right now. Oh, shit, yeah, 25. Okay. Yeah. So, 36-year-old John Lineker versus a 28-year-old Fabricio.
I was about to say, Fabricio would be getting into his, like, legitimate, like, athletic prime.
Yeah, God damn it, I always fucking forget how fucking young he is. But yeah, so great win for Lineker, but it might have just fucking sealed the end of his career with that. So let's see how that one goes. But moving on down the main card though, our girl, Supergirl, gets it done by unanimous decision. Another fight where she had a much tougher one than I expected.
Yeah, for sure. She also looked much more tired than I thought. Like, this was, I think, her first kickboxing fight. She said that she wanted to, like, stick to and just focus on kickboxing for now. But yeah, I don't know. It was kind of weird. She's mad young, 19 years old. What's her record again? Because I don't think Tapology has it.
No, they only have a couple fights. It was fucking, like I'm pretty sure 30... she has, like, 50 fights.
Okay, yeah, because it's like 40-something, and I don't know. But, yeah, crazy record
like 40, maybe like 40-6 or something like that.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
Just a crazy record for a 19-year-old, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why it was weird to see her slowing down.
39-6, because I remember I said it should have been 40-5.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. But,
okay.
So that's why it was just weird seeing her slow down, you know what I mean? She's had 45 professional bouts, 19 years old, 3-round kickboxing fight. She was doing well throughout it, she got the unanimous decision, and like, I don't know, maybe it's just she was getting touched up throughout it, so I wonder
Laura was landing good body shots throughout,
so that's what I was gonna say, like, maybe it was just that was slowing her down, but I don't know, it's like she looks so good against Stamp, and Stamp is a far better fighter than Laura is.
Yeah.
And so that's why it was just a little weird to see her slow down like that, but everyone has their off night. She got the win. I was still hyped as hell to see that.
No,
I love her. I can't wait to keep watching her fight.
I was about to say, that's kind of the thing. Sometimes just fighters have that one-off night, like, or something just happened during camp, wasn't able to get everything going, like, wasn't able to get the cardio, whatever. Yeah. Things just happen. Like, sometimes you're just going to have an off night. Maybe it's just an off night because you just woke up and you just physically just felt off. Like, everyone has those days. And just like, of course, and, she's probably sitting in bed. If that's what happened, just lying in bed, just like, why today of all days?
Yeah, like, bro, I can't even imagine what that feeling, like, just all camp feeling good or something, and it's just fight day and you just feel like dog shit or something. Like,
man, that's when you wake up and you tell yourself, this is just my brain. I'm fine. You go outside, you touch some grass, you let the sun touch you, and you get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But, good win.
Yeah.
Fun fight.
Yeah, that was solid. And, I definitely, going into the decision, I'm just like, damn, I don't know. But they said unanimous decision. It was like, got it done, did a little fucking dance afterwards, was all hype. But, saying that she's looking forward to, like, staying in kickboxing, just trying to do new shit, you know what I mean?
Looking to grab that belt.
Yeah, so we'll see where she goes from here. But this one, the real main card opener, this shit was absolutely amazing for 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
I have never been so excited, like, to watching heavyweight grappling. That
that was insane. Like you said, for 5 minutes.
God.
Buchecha just going for, like, the fucking takedowns, looking to lock something up. Rook just fucking rolling through in crazy ways. Like, those scrambles in the first round, I'm just like, bro, are you guys fucking bantamweights or something?
No, yeah,
like,
his ability to just, like you said, just, like, scramble out of fucking Buchecha's, just whatever he was throwing up, whatever he was trying to do. I think he went for, like,
an omoplata and he just rolled out or something.
Just, like, holding up with the grappling in general as heavyweights. It was just absolutely insane, especially because it's, like, Rugrug, not in a unfit way, but he's a big heavyweight, you know what I mean? Yeah. Mad muscular, mad fucking big. Those guys aren't normally down to be, like, just rolling around like that. It's usually hard. They don't have the flexibility. They don't have the fucking cardio. I mean, after that, he was shot to shit. But he held up. God. He got the decision, bro, at the end. Dude couldn't even talk. He said 4 words. He's hunched over. He said it again. He's hunched over. He's on the ground. He's people pulling him up off the ground. Yep. They said he won $50,000. His hands went up. He said, "Oh shit."
His legs went down.
I can't.
That shit was beautiful, and like you said, just after that first 5 minutes, neither of them really had much. Buchecha kept on going for some grappling, could never really get anything like successful, and throughout it, Ruggru was just landing bombs on him, and throughout so many situations, just landing big shots.
Yeah.
And then there was one point, I forget if it was the second or I think it was late second, early third, but they were both just swinging on each other, and it's like, yo, like, this is not how you're gonna win the fight, Buchecha. Like, he got clipped with the big shot, and he's like, back to the wrestling.
Yeah, but he had a chin on him. He ate a lot of those shots.
Like, great fight for heavyweights, though. Yeah. That shit was, didn't know too much about them going in, but just know the names, like, have heard of them. Yeah. But that shit, for the first 5 minutes, definitely lived up to the fight.
Yeah.
And Rugru on Instagram saying that, MVP, the hottest free agent. I mean, he's a free agent when he fighting Francis.
Yeah, that's...
just get it.
Yeah, we definitely get to see what's up with him after this.
Bro, like, if anyone on the planet could throw Francis out of the fucking octagon other than Zhang Wei Li, it's motherfucking Rug. All right? Like, that's fucking, that's a fun fight.
Bro, that's just a slug. Hopefully, I don't know, that might be a fight where Francis is like, yeah, I'll be more technical than this guy.
He has to be smart. He has to. Like, I feel like if Francis just tries to, like, go crazy, he's getting taken down, put on his back, and he might get ground pound first round out of there. Like,
that'd be so fucking crazy.
Like, bro, the fucking grappling credentials on Buchecha and like, didn't have shit for Rug. You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah.
There is, like, going in the preview, like, he's probably the highest level jiu-jitsu guy currently in MMA right now.
Definitely highest level jiu-jitsu guy at heavyweight.
Yeah, like, and just nothing for him. Like, yeah, man, that's a fun fight. I would absolutely love that. Another just quick mentions on the one card, though. Edgar Tabarez was back after getting fucked up by Rod Tank 3 months ago, and that was sad to watch.
Yeah.
That was a bad idea.
No, that was just... It was fucked up.
He got ran through with the knees in the clinch like that. Oh,
yeah, 1 minute, 38 seconds into the round, but he got dropped how many times in that 1 minute and 38 seconds? Like 6 times?
Or I don't... Or like, they called like 2 or 3 slips.
There was... Oh, yeah, I forgot. There was a couple
I think
slips,
it was 2 actual knockdowns before they called the...
2 or 3.
Yeah, something like that. But either way, to just be getting blasted 2 or 3 knockdowns in less than 2 minutes like that.
Bro, got knocked down right away. Like, he was not ready to be in there at all. It was sad.
Yeah.
He should not have been in there, no. Not that close after a knockout loss.
Yeah, nah. Because that shit was nasty from Rod Tang, and just even worse this time. So definitely should take a good amount of time off before fighting again. And then Ty Ruotolo also back out a rear naked choke in his bout, so let's fucking go.
Well, actually, hold on, wait, because there was something with that I wanted to say, because that one was funny. Because remember, I forget what he had him locked up in, and he thought that he tapped. And so Ty looked at him like he let go, and he's like, oh, you tapped? He said, oh, no, hopped right on his back, choked him out right away.
Yeah, I think he had him in like a leg lock or something like that. Okay. Yeah, he was just sitting on his butt, just looked at Ty, and he just, that shit was funny. I totally forgot about that. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
But that wraps it up for one.
Yeah, good Friday night though. PFL in 1, always great. Love when they're around. PFL definitely has to get the Bellator roster so they can have year-round fights and not just have like a fucking 3 fight nights, and then fucking a championship bout or some shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I've been saying, like, they've been around for a little bit now, but, like, I don't think that's going to continue to be sustainable.
I mean, shit, if they end up merging, it will be.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. If they merge, it will be because they can...
Going.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, if they weren't able to get that, I don't know how much longer, like, this is sustainable.
And I mean, shit, they're already doing, like, changing it up with, like, having the super fight and trying to do that. So, you know what I mean? Like, to your point, like, even, they're already, like, noticing that they have to change, like...
Exactly, because their system just... It's not what MMA fans really, like, want.
Yeah.
Like, MMA fans love tournaments. We love tournaments. Give me a good Grand Prix.
Uh-huh.
But have other meaningful fights.
Nah, yeah, that it's just because that's like MMA fans. I feel like what they really want is they want real meaningful tournaments. You know what I mean? It's like they want like 8 people that are the best in the world, where every fight could be a championship fight, basically. You know, like that's
the Bellator Grand Prix, the fucking Pride Grand Prix, like those are the perfect.
Even with the Bellator, most of them aren't like good enough for like
but
most.
They're
like
pretty okay, but even then, like they're better. I would say they're a little bit better than what this is in just terms of like it.
Yeah,
you have like just better matchup, and again though, like those fights still matter because like even then, like most of the time, their champion is still in the bracket. Like every fight that at least the champion is a title fight.
Not yet, 100%.
So,
but yeah, from one organization with a struggling model to the organization with the most consistent model in the game, UFC, back again, another Saturday night. I forget how many this is in a row, but I'm pretty sure whenever it started, it was like a 12 or 13 fight stretch that they got like all consistent fights. But this time, pulling up to Nashville, Tennessee, with a catchweight bout at 140 between Cory Sandhagen and Rob Font. And not exactly the fight that I'd say we were expecting, huh?
No, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, but it was a smart one.
Yeah.
Like, Cory just grapple fucked Rob for 5 rounds.
Yeah. 50-45 across the board, not even close. Wasn't even... I missed the first, round and a half, or no, first 2 rounds of it, But yeah, it just 3 through 5 lay and pray, basically, just trying to work some. He did land some good elbows in there, but Rob just defensively sound enough that with Cory trying to work this new style, he just wasn't able to do too much with it.
Yeah. In the first round, it was a much more scrambly. They had a lot. It was a lot more fun to watch. Rob trying for different positions, just different things. He ended up on Cory's neck for a little bit, but overall, Cory obviously had the round. And then from there, it just seemed like Rob just settled into the prevent defense.
I don't even think it was the prevent defense for Rob. I think the problem was and they even point out in commentary, he kept trying to go for the same Kimura sweep they got in the first round, which just wasn't going to be which just was not a smart game plan because you've already done it and Cory's now expecting you to do it. So, just being able to be able to then just sit down into it and not give you that and things like that. It's just then he started to really once he wasn't able to get the sweep, the first 2 or 3 times he attempted it, it was all prevent defense, and it was just it wasn't the most fun fight to watch.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, but still, like you said, just smart for Cory, just get the easy win over Rob. And like I said, the reason why I wasn't surprised is he was expecting to fight Umar, so he's been training wrestling hard, probably what the majority of his camp has been, so why wouldn't he use what he's been training, especially when he's seen in the first round, just okay, I can take him down easy, and not take any big damage, you know what I mean? Just not get himself into a war in this, pretty, not meaningless fight, because obviously if he lost, then he would lose his spot, but at the same time, it doesn't really, get him anywhere other than that win to potentially put him somewhere, but,
he needed it to keep his spot for sure,
but, so, it was to keep his spot, but
and a solid top 10 win.
Yeah, but there was just no reason to take damage in it,
Exactly. And you got to be thinking about, because like you said, training with some Tajikistani fighters, heading into it, trains in Colorado, super high altitude. So even just the fact of, him trying to be more grapple heavy across, the last 2 or 3 fights, Yeah. For him to be able to just completely grapple fuck Rob Font across 5 rounds, as, someone that came in as a kickboxer and a striker, to have that kind of wrestling cardio, that's just really good to show, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
That's going to be promising with constantly working on that, to have that cardio to consistently hold up against some of the better grapplers in the division.
Yes. I do think he still needs to work on him, when he gets up, because he did have that moment where he started to post frame and, he gave up his back, and I'm just it's against Rob Font, so it's okay, but it's dude, you give up your back against Daljo or Marab or someone else, it's getting snatched.
Nah, yeah, for sure. But yeah, great win for Cory though, and just I feel just a solid win over number 7 Rob Font. Definitely just sets him up for a good fight. Should get someone ahead of him, but as we talked about in the preview, just way too many variables to go on to see who he's actually gonna get.
Yeah, one of them's fighting for the title. 2 of them are injured.
Yeah,
that's all of them.
That's
number 4, isn't he?
And then Cheeto's in there, I'm pretty sure too. So
no, Cheeto's under him.
Yeah. I'm just like thinking like top 5 though.
Yeah, but that was his last fight before this. It's like, it's like weird.
But yeah,
where he's at the moment.
Good shit for Cory though.
Yep.
Another great performance that I entirely missed because of a work thing. So subscribe to the podcast, help us out, so I don't have to miss things. Hooray!
Hooray!
But no, so yeah, Tatiana Suarez, second round guillotine choke over Jessica Andrade. You guys take it away.
Yeah, no, like this was just a dominating performance by Suarez. Like,
yeah, it was just Tatiana doing Tatiana things. Her wrestling's just real good.
Yeah, no.
It was kind of nice, like, because I don't know, I feel like you just don't see people do it a lot, but like she went for the takedown. Jessica tried to sprawl, and she just like wrapped her leg around like Jessica's leg and just got herself back there. And yeah, Jessica ended up on her feet, but then she went to go lock up a Darce choke, lost the grip, ended up in the guillotine. Just Jessica tapped.
I was about to say, just very dominant performance by Suarez. Jessica Andrade just showing like the same kind of fault she was showing against like Erin Blanchfield, Valentina Shevchenko. Just like she way too easily gets put into crucifix positions. It's weird because
she got put in there again.
Like 3 times she was in like that type of position, and it's just like, how do you keep ending up in this position?
Yeah.
It
I
is kind of weird.
was getting side control on her so easy.
I honestly feel like it could be the fact of, because kind of, like I was saying in the preview of just, why I thought that, Tatiana could get a win like this is just being the bigger, dominant grappler. Yeah. And it's just like, with Jessica just being so fucking short and stocky, it's like, if you're big and long and you're good at grappling, like, you have such a short frame underneath you like that, it's really probably not that hard to just get your leg over a short arm like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's longer arms, like, easier to post and frame, just stuff like that, just get your limbs up in there to do shit, so it's like...
That's kind of the thing, is like, if you actually look at her frame, like, Jessica Andrade is an atom weight. Like, she is, like, built for 105. It's just like which is why I hate that we had a 145 for so long, because you could easily, like, there are so many fighters on the roster that can make probably 105 who would want a 105, and then there are so many
that would fuck 115 in all reality if they started dropping down.
Okay, but here's the thing: there are a lot more female fighters out in the rest of the MMA sphere at 105 than 145.
Yes, 100%. I do agree they should just add it in, but that's probably a big reason of why is like they're just like,
we don't want to lose too much of 115.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Turn 105 and 115 into the 135, 145. Like.
No, that's the issue. But like I said, there's more talent outside at 105 that you can also bring in. There's also still, all the talent at 115 out there that can be brought in as well, like to help like replenish. Like, it's not like they're like scraping for either of those divisions. You have to kind of scrape a little bit to get to a top 15 145 pound division. Especially when you have 135. Like, PFL got away with it because they only had a 145.
Well, they had 55, but
55, but now this year it's 145. Same thing at that point.
But good shit for Tatiana Suarez. Gets the submission. And another great performance in the featured bout. I thought it was going to take a bit longer than what it did. But just one right hand to just sit Kennedy down. Little bit of ground and pound. He tried to protest it after, but that shit was done. Dustin Jacoby gets the first round finish, 1:22 in. That shit was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Like, I thought it was gonna go to a decision. I thought Jacoby was gonna, try and keep on like more the outside, or keep it like like how Wonder Boy or like Whitaker does it, like just stay on the outside, dart in, dart back out, things like that. But just that one right hand just sat Kennedy down, and then just hammer fist. Just until the ref stepped in, and and Zetsku was done. Like, it was over. Like, there was no reason for the fight to keep going.
And just Kennedy just big as fuck at 205, 6'5" with an 83 inch reach. Just a fucking long ass frame,
Mm-hmm.
but you know he was just pressuring Dustin back right away as soon as the fight started, and I just feel like he just didn't use that range as well as he could have, and Dustin just being the way more experienced kickboxer, just it was funny because I really thought the leg kicks were gonna be a big factor, and it was like 30 seconds in, he throws a leg kick right away, and Kennedy landed a nice right hand off of him, and I was like, shit. Like, he got to set those up a little bit more. Mm-hmm. But, just pressuring a bit too much, landed that right hand on the cage, and, just beautiful win for Dustin to retain his top 15 spot, and retain that spot he shall.
It'll be interesting what they do with Jacoby now, because, like...
Number 15.
No. I know he's staying at number 15. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, do they give him another person who's right outside top 15? Do they jump him up to someone else? Like, where does he go from here? He
wants to fight up.
He should fight up after that. He definitely should.
But
he wants to fight in the top 10.
I'm just trying to figure out who's up, I guess.
Realistically, this man could possibly get like a Dominic Reyes. You know what I mean?
Realistically, like Dom Reyes is in that conversation.
Fuck. I can't say that.
Did he already fight Alonzo Menefield? Has he already fought Alonzo?
I'm not sure, honestly.
I think he has.
That'd still be a fun fight, though. That'd be fucking wild as long as it lasts.
No, he has not fought Alonzo. Now Alonzo's only one, person ahead. Khalil's booked. Asmat's booked. Span's booked. Yeah, no, Dominic Reyes is the only one not booked right now besides Alonzo.
Yeah. I don't know where he's at, but... Yeah, good shit for Jacoby to get that win, though. And from one beautiful first round finish to another, we said it coming in. That's what just like I had the feeling. Was this too much of a step down for Diego Lopez?
Yeah, we all had that sentiment.
Yeah, that was easy.
38 seconds into the first round.
I like, legitimately, like, I think we all talked about, like, when this fight was booked, like, where did this booking come from? Like, I would have given him someone, like, right outside the top 15.
It was to make him look good.
Yeah,
that's it. That is the only thing.
Yeah, because, we said it coming in. We just had the feeling that was the only reason, it's just, because, fucking, like you said, minute 30, what is that, 38? But just fucking ends up jumping guard fucking right into, like, he didn't get the triangle locked up right away, but ended up locking it up, just started working on that arm, and fucking just in the transition, Gavin ended up, tapping, just walks up, and that shit was done. Beautiful performance.
It was over. Even if he had not tapped, he was now in a situation where he's in a mounted triangle.
Bruh, I wouldn't be surprised if he snapped something in there.
No, exactly. I'm saying, like, if he had not tapped, he's now in a mounted triangle position, and it's just like, at that point, you're in a mounted triangle, and you can, if you're Diego, you can just rain ground and pound down, and they're going to call the fucking fight.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So.
But good shit for Diego. I didn't even put it on the rundown. It's really not even much to mention. But Tanner, he got the UD, but I don't even know if that's enough to keep his spot in the UFC.
Yeah,
so
I think that puts him at 5-5 in the UFC now.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that, though.
Yeah,
but opening fight on the main card, great fight, great performance from Ludovic Klein.
Yeah.
Gets the UD, but that was not
sad.
That was not the one that I was hoping for Ignacio.
Mm-hmm.
Just from the start, landing big shots, just clearly showed he was the more technical striker. Just busted up his face, started, eyes were getting swollen, started leaking bad, and that just.
Yeah, from the first round he looked fucked up, and he just continued to get beat up over the next 2 rounds. Like.
No, yeah.
Had the loss to McDessie in his debut, but then there's definitely a much rougher loss, but I don't know, man. I feel like, especially as time goes on, there ain't no way he can stay at 55. Like he's so fucking big. I just have the feeling that like the weight cuts have to be like affecting him. You know what I mean?
Dude is
like
6'3" with a 75.5-inch reach. I know the reach doesn't mean anything, but that's just extra arms with extra weight. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I was about to say. The 6'3", 75, 80-inch reach archetype continues. Like, bro, if he moves up to fucking welterweight, that's gonna be the thing. Is fucking how many of those motherfuckers in that fucking weight class now? But yeah, I think he probably 155, 165, 175. Just fucking do it.
Let's go.
Yeah, so much better.
It would. But that's the UFC main card. On the prelims, we had some good fun on the prelims. A lot of standout performances. For me, I think the one off the bat to talk about, Jake Hadley.
For sure, okay. Because
this is the one I wanted to bring up too.
Okay,
so
cool, because obviously was a big favorite coming in. Pretty sure we all thought that he was gonna win pretty easily, and Cody Durden just showed that on the feet that was just a different level.
Bro, not even just on the feet.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
No, I feel
no. Okay, I'm sorry because like I know what you're saying, but like because I just wanted like we just have bro. How did Jake not sub him?
No, yeah, that
Cody is tough.
Cody was fucking grimacing.
Yeah.
Just through.
Yeah, that.
I don't know how he didn't break his arm, and I don't know how he didn't tap, and I don't know how it. I just don't know because Jake had that man dead to fucking rights with his arm, like.
Inverted triangle armbar, just fucking ripping on that shit, and like
Cody's
you said,
face the whole time just in the mat. Like I guess he didn't verbally let out anything. The ref didn't call it. He didn't tap.
Yep.
He made it through, and he won because he was beating the shit out of him. That was the only notable moment for Jake Hadley. But like, holy shit. Cut him open big over, like, where was it? On the side of the head, over the eye?
Yeah, it was like right over this eye. Like
by the end of the first round, just mad, bloody, like the whole eye socket just...
A slick elbow that caught him.
Yeah, just full of blood. It looked crazy. Ugh.
And because obviously, like, Jake wasn't able to do shit with the grappling, but it's just because he's not great on the feet, and like the grappling is his bread and butter. But I just feel like just at the start of the fight with the, it's just, like I talked about with the Josh Silveira and possibly Impa, it's just the prolonged kickboxing where it was just too much time on the feet before he started to mix it up, where I just, Cody already had his timing, like, they were switch stance, but Jake just couldn't find, like, his left hand. He was just reaching too much, and Cody kept countering with big right hands and by the time he started to try shoot takedowns, it just didn't matter.
Yeah, and I understand that, but that's the other part of it as well, is Cody Durden is also just a wrestler and a really good grappler in his own right.
Yeah.
So it's just like it was gonna be hard for him to be able to get his grappling going anyway, and like Cody's smart. Like he knows Jake's also gonna want to grapple him. Like that's where his bread and butter is. So it's just like it's like I am much better on the feet. I'm going to fucking sprawl and brawl your ass. I'm gonna fucking beat you pillar to post. That's my fucking plan. Like, and he kind of achieved that completely. Like you said, the only notable thing was that arm bar.
Yeah, that.
Which I still don't know how the fuck he didn't tap to that. Like Cody Durden, tough as shit.
Hell yeah, ties for the longest winning streak in the division with the champ Muhammad Makayev, and I think Amir Albazi is on that list too. But yeah, good
More
shit.
likely.
But yeah, other than that, I know we all that was all our, main ones to really talk about, but is there any other ones on the prelims that you guys want to bring up?
Oh, Harris's fucking anaconda choke against Jeremy Wells, because that came out of kind of nowhere. Like he just was on the cage, just was able to lock it up and just get him out of there. Like it was just like
Wells was just hanging out there, just
nowhere for Jeremiah to go because they were up on the cage. Like
I know, like, and you just as I was watching it too, like you see that his his arm was across, and he just sat there just reaching in deep to just lock it up nice, and then Wells had the Darce locked up in the first round, but like. Harris just did what Wells didn't do and just actually moved his hips in towards him. Wells was pressed up on the cage, so there was just nowhere to go, and just got put to sleep. That's it. Nasty. Anything for UK that you feel like bringing up?
I mean, the Sean Woodson and Dennis fight wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was a decent fight. No, Dennis coming in on 3 days notice.
3 days
has
notice.
Has an absolute chin on him because he ate a knee flush to the chin. That was crazy. Yeah. But it was just a good fight.
It was like
motherfucking Sean Woodson. Just talking about the fucking crazy long dudes at 155, but this dude at 145, motherfucking had him at 6'2.5", and he's got a 78-inch reach. Like, that is just
insane for 145.
That's insanity.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
Like,
love to watch him fight. Moves to 10-1-1 overall, but yeah, that was, like you said, Dennis Bazooka, just tough as shit to fucking go to a decision with him on short notice like that.
Hell yeah. And then Asu making his debut.
Yeah, beautiful rear naked choke.
Yeah.
But hell yeah. That's going to wrap up the UFC card. Solid fight night overall. Good shit from a lot of these fighters out of Tennessee. And good crowd too. Just, definitely they didn't like the main event, but other than that, they seem pretty good.
To be fair, I can understand that.
Nah,
it's definitely not. It's definitely in the arena. That's definitely a lot worse watching that fight than on like TV, because we're seeing everything. Because the cameras are zoomed in on it, and it's just like, you're either watching that screen or you're seeing them in the cage, and it's just like,
yeah. But that's gonna bring us into our Tapology picks for the UFC card. And let's go. Good night for Jim Bob, coming in first place out of us and coming in first place in our group overall. Yeah. Let's go. What's that face for, Ginger, huh?
Yeah. 40 points. Like, God fucking damn it.
Even if it was 1 point, that's all that matters. A win is a win, right?
I agree. It's just like, damn.
Yeah.
I know, me and you with the 10-point difference. It's just funny how many people tied for 575 and 565.
Yes.
But yeah.
Me and Steph were the exact same. 7 picks right, 4 decisions, 2 perfects, 1 semi-perfect.
Yeah. I'm the only odd one out up in the people tied at 575, because I got 9 fights. I got 9 fighters right. The most out of anyone. But then I only had 1 decision, 2 perfects.
Yeah. Then me, first place, got 8 right overall, 4 decisions, tied with you. Which I started off really good with them, but then some of my decisions afterwards, like, they were good. The fights were going to decision, but my guys weren't getting them, so I kind of.
It's funny. We got the same amount of decisions, perfects, and semis. You literally just got that 1 more fight right than me.
That's damn. That's funny. I didn't even realize that. Let's go.
Yeah, you.
It was the fucking Kennedy fight.
Yeah, for you, that was the one that fucked you. Like, that fucked me too, because if it had gone to a decision, I would be on top right now. But
yeah, like I said, I didn't think he was gonna get it done that early, but I just had a feeling he was gonna be able to get the finish.
No, and that's fair. It's just like, it's just when you come up short, but you had more fighters, right? Just like, fuck.
Yep. Just I had the more solid picks and choosing them.
Yeah,
hell yeah, let's go. Tapology, always fun. Another good week. And the last thing for the podcast, the thing that I was most going into it, I was just like, God damn, I did not really want to see this. But honestly, after round 2, I was just like, shit, we got ourselves a fight on our hands. At the end of the day, Jake got the unanimous decision over Nate.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Nate just looked way better in that fight than I thought he was.
It was a fun-ass fight.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Nate truly made Jake work. Jake didn't even make Nate bleed. Like,
Was that fucking, other than probably Tony, the first fighter in fucking years to not make Nate bleed?
Yeah, exactly. Like, good job, Jake. You're as good as Tony Ferguson is right now.
That's crazy.
But not yet.
That's
because as we were watching it, like,
that.
I got no idea how to score boxing fights and shit. But in my head, like, I don't know. There were just so many moments throughout the rounds where, like, clearly Jake was landing the bigger, more impactful shots. But Nate was just starting to, like, get into the clinch, just do his dirty boxing, getting close, and just land so many punches where, I don't know, it just felt like he was landing more punches. He was still landing good shots, and I don't know, I really do feel like Nate should have won a good amount more of those rounds than what the judges gave him.
Yeah, more than 2 rounds.
Yeah.
I think one judge had 3 rounds for him, and then the other 2 judges had 2 rounds.
But, again, we're not, like, boxing experts. We're not.
I'm an expert in everything.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah, Yeah, and besides, Nate Diaz had a single leg in the first and guillotine in the 9th. He won that shit.
That's it. Yeah, oh man. That shit was a lot of fun though.
Mm-hmm.
By far, I was saying it, Jake Paul's most fun fight that he's had. Like no one's just been able to just give him as much of a fight and hold up in there, you know what I mean? Like
yeah. Out of the MMA guys, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because even with Tommy, Tommy won, but it's not like that was a great fight. Like, that shit was kind of dog shit.
Saying, I'm saying this was a more fun fight, but, Jake really did have to dig deep in that last one, too, with Tommy Fury, because, he wasn't able to just put him away the way he was putting other people away, and just oh. And that's where I think Jake found out his level, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
No, I definitely agree with that. And afterwards, he called for $10 million rematch in the PFL. Nate Diaz was like, yeah, do a co-promotion with Real Fight Inc., then, we can see what's going on. But,
yeah.
So, I don't know. Do you think maybe he gets the fight, does, some cross-promotional shit, fights Jake Paul in MMA, chokes him out probably pretty easily, and then goes back to the UFC?
See, that's what I was about to bring up. It's gonna be I guarantee you it'll be a 1-fight deal.
Yeah.
I guarantee you Nate will not sign anything other than a 1-fight deal.
Yeah, 'cause it would just be a co-promotion for that single event, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. And then legitimately it's just well, that's the thing. Nate doesn't really take people down. I don't see him be trying to take Jake. I guess he could go to try and take Jake down, but I feel like he'll get into a clinch, get the guillotine, and then sit down in the guard.
Yeah, he just he might not even have to go down. He might, like you said, just get a clinch and just fucking
ninja choke
guillotine. Yeah, bro, that, bro. If they fight in MMA, I mean, who knows? Jake did get the knockdown in the 5th round. 4-ounce gloves. First round he could potentially land a big shot. Get knocked down. I don't know, but.
I feel like Jake is gonna I feel like because I think it was Ariel talking to Sean Porter, and the cardios being different between MMA and boxing.
Oh yeah,
because
for sure.
And I know and I understand the reasoning. It's because one is usually more anaerobic and the other one's usually more aerobic. I forget which is which, but one is you're kind of sprinting and then taking a break, sprinting and then taking a break. Whereas with MMA, you have a little bit more. You have that 5 minutes. So you have a little bit more time to stretch out what you're doing.
No, yeah. For sure. Because boxing 3-round, 3-minute rounds. You know what I mean. So it's you gotta explode in that time period a bit more.
No, yeah, and that's the thing. I think Jake might gas in an MMA fight because of
that. He ain't never been doing no grappling like that. You know what I mean.
That's the other part is the grappling. And just who knows?
Yeah.
But
who knows if that fight even happens? We'll have to see.
Yeah, I know, right?
But hell yeah. That's gonna wrap up the podcast. Good fights from this weekend. Gotta love it. Combat sports, best sports in the world.
Yeah.
Fuck all them ball sports, you know what I mean? They suck. Oh man, but let's go. As always, like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. Always helps out. Maybe throw some comments in there. Help out in pushing the algorithm too, But got all the links in the description. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.